Hey, how's everybody? What's going on, good people? Hey, Linda, go ahead and share for me as you're coming on. Yes, thank you. Hey, Shantae, go ahead and share. Hey, Vicky, go ahead and share. Hey, Justin, go ahead and share. Hey, Wanda, go ahead and share. Let's get it done early. Hey, Tim, go ahead and share. Everybody share. Everybody share. Yes, Vicky. Justin, when are you coming home? Y'all, I got a gnat flying around. That's gonna send me tonight. I know it. They are so annoying. Anybody else had them start up in your house already this year? They are like relentless. One piece of fruit and they just go crazy. Yours too, Linda? Oh my goodness. I cannot. I gotta try some of the I'm gotta go to TikTok because TikTok can tell me how to get rid of everything. Yes, with the tags, Shantae. Hey Cassie. Everybody go and share as you're coming on tonight. Tonight is 10 Commandment number 9. Vayo, Linda? What's Vayo? Say more. Um, so we only have tonight and then next week to go, and then we're gonna take a break for the month of July. Hey, my simp. Yes, Wanda, with the tags. Did you share my simp? Like when I say I can't stand the net, and I got these lights with these phones and computers, so I know they're gonna be bothering me the whole time. So y'all forgive me. Uh hey Gloria, hey Delzora. Yes, my set with the share. Did everybody share? Come on, let's get everybody in the house tonight. We only have 2 more weeks with each other before we take our break. Hey Kathy, go ahead and share for me, Kathy. Tag me when you share. Oh, Zevo, Linda. I still don't know what it is. Is it like a spray? Is it like a bait? Like what is it? Because the home remedies that I used to use, hey Vicky, at home, they don't seem to work on these Rocky Mountain ants. Hey Denise, it's a spray. Okay, gotcha, Linda. I got to look for that. Yes, Miss Gloria with the share. Denise, go ahead and share for me if you have not already. Listen, so I'm gonna have a. I know we're gonna be laughing tonight with our icebreaker. Yes, Kathy with the share. Got to give everybody out. I hate to do the icebreaker before everybody gets on, so I try to wait for everybody at 7. before I do the icebreaker. If y'all can't tell, I am tired today. I had to go into the office today, so I had to leave home at like 7 this morning. And I had to present at work today, and then I had to drive back again, and then I had more meetings once I got home. So I'm a little tired, but I got some good news. Um, hey, Miss Blanche, will you share with me? Share for me. Our air conditioning repair should begin on Thursday. Jesus, thank you, Jesus. If you've been praying for that, keep praying. We needed to go in. We needed to get ramped up. Hey, Stephanie, and we need it to be working like it is supposed to by Sunday for our Father's Day. Yes, Cassie. Let me tell y'all something though. If you didn't see my post about, thank you for sharing, Betty. Come on, keep sharing. Hey, Latoya. There y'all go. If y'all didn't see my post that I posted Sunday evening, with the announcements, because we didn't get to do those Sunday. Let me just tell you, and I was talking to Bishop today. I said, I did not hear not one person complain Sunday, not one person be negative, not one. When I say not one, I didn't hear anybody. And that did my heart so good because I woke up like anxious, like, man, I'm gonna have to keep everybody pumped, keep everybody positive. Hey, Krisha. But that was not the case. Like, Greater Joy, like, y'all my people, and I'm sticking by you because when we have a church that has a mind to worship and a mind to work regardless of the circumstances. Hey, Lynette, let me tell you something. God is pleased. I don't care what anybody says. We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to have it all together. But that did my heart so, so good. And Bishop said, I've had many people talk to me about the service on Sunday, and not one person mentioned anything about the air or it being hot. When I tell y'all, Greater Joy, y'all my people. You know I'm gonna break my back to get everything done, to get everything right again by the weekend. I promise. Because I know I almost killed y'all the next day. But let me tell you, the way that y'all stuck by me Sunday, man. Yep, that did my heart good. So listen. Hey, Miss Carolyn. Hey, Jaquita. Did everybody share? Come on, I need everybody to share. So here's the icebreaker question. The icebreaker question is, Lynette Garth, is it your first time? Let me know. Lynette, is it your first time? I know your name didn't look familiar, but I forget sometimes if I've seen them before. Hey, Maggie. Yes, Maggie with the tags. Let me tell y'all something. Oh, this is what I want to say Sunday. And I didn't have time. We had to rush through. It's your second time, Lynette. Welcome back. We're so glad you came. If you came one time and came back, then we must be all right. Um, so y'all know our I Am a Seed incentive, right? It ends in June. So you have 3 more Sundays to get your 4 first-time visitors. Maggie is in the lead with first-time visitors, but it's a lot of y'all that got 2, that have got 3. We got a lot of first-time visitors on Sunday, y'all. And it was so hot. But God's will be done. We had a lot of first-time visitors, but you got 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, you still can get 4 first-time visitors to get your $25 incentive. If you've had it 2 quarters in a row, you get your $50 incentive. Krisha said her boyfriend is on. Oh, message. You got an announcement, Krisha? Are you making an announcement? Hey, Tamika, thank you for sharing. Hey, Elder Tan. Well, but I don't. Y'all tell me what I'm supposed to do with that information. I'm just bringing what she said. She said my boyfriend is on. So listen, you have 3 weeks to get your incentive. She said she's saying welcome. It's his first time. Okay. Okay, Krisha. Like, are you serious? Or like, are we supposed to be? I'm not sure what's happening here, but I'll go with it. You know, I'll go with it, whatever it is. Hey, Natalie. I'm trying to figure out, you know, we in this thing together. Oh, KP, so she for real. KP said, y'all, we just See, this what we doing tonight is exactly what I'm about to teach. So God, you good. Christian said she trying to get in that marriage ministry. KP said that because she mad. She said he in Germany, but he on. I just like tell him to say something on the comments so we can see his name. Cause you know we nosy. Y'all done tickled me already. I needed that laugh. Okay. Crystal, do something with your people. That's the got my eyes watering. Like, seriously. Krisha, I don't even know. Like, God bless you, daughter. It's Dave Smith. So Dave Smith. Hey Dave. If you with Krisha, if this is for real, then this is what she's a part of. So you just have to get used to like this is her life. These are her people. So I mean, that's what I tell people that, date my nieces and nephews and the grandkids. Like, we knows it, Donna. You already know. Somebody already looking up Dave. Cause we knows it. Get us right, Crystal. Child. I ain't mad at you. It ain't been but 1 week since we talked about, or 2 weeks since we talked about the marriage ministry. Hey, Rhodesha. Y'all ain't even let me get the icebreaker out tonight. I needed that laugh. That's right, KP. We ain't vetted nobody. Nah, I'm not co-signing on that because we ain't vetting nobody's nobody. We ain't got that. That's not our business. Okay. All right. I'm moving on. Everybody saying, hey, Dave. When I say ghetto, we are kids. Hey, Frankie. Vicky told KP, don't be mad. Vicky said, look, we got that August 3rd trip coming up. Christian trip. All right. Hey, Teresa. What is the craziest nickname that you know somebody that's got? What's the craziest nickname? So I'm thinking about my cousin. She will kill me. So I'm not going to say her real name, but her nickname was Drumstick coming, and she hates that. And we used to always fight. Well, I ain't going to say it anyway. We used to always fight. I call her Drumstick because she didn't like that. Now, we also noticed the craziest nickname. Hey, Brittany, what is the craziest nickname that you know somebody that's got it? Don't be embarrassed, Krisha. This is your pastor. This is your church family. Vicky said Boo Pete. Cassie said Lil Bill, Bun Jelly, Swamp Rat. The other one, we found out we knew 2 people with this name the other day, y'all. Stank Pot. Pop Off. Is that what it is? Pop Off? Dookus, Rat, Lemonhead. That's a good one. Bay Duke, Little Bull, and Big Bull. That's funny. Skipper, named after monkey. I ain't gonna touch that. Coon. 30-30. That's funny. Ooh, Brittany. Cuckoo. Popo. Jackie Rabbit. That's what I'm trying to get to, Teresa. We just found out that we know 2 people named Peter Rabbit. Those are real people where we from. Peter Rabbit. Okay, Brittany. Get busy. Moon Pie. Pop Off. Good evening. I know, Brittany, but I couldn't bring myself to say it. Redbone. Hey, Miss Frida. Miss Frida. We talking about what is the funniest nickname that you know somebody got. Y'all literally got my eyes running today. Cow Face. Lynette, that was your nickname. Lydell. Man, I was just thinking of another one. Another nickname. A boy at work, I used to call him Cookies all the time because he always came to my dad's talking about some cookies. Budweiser. Spooky. El Chica Booger Rat. Booger Rat. Chubby, Bojack, Wee Wee. Black people, we would give a name. I'm gonna let you read that one, Miss Linda. Oh, Brittany, that was your nickname? So Brittany said she used to stand in the corner like a wet cat, and her aunt gave her that name as a little girl. But your nickname is still Cat. Okay. 6 o'clock. That's a good one. Wong Su. Mm-hmm. Hey, Margaret. Margaret, we talk about what is the craziest nickname that you know somebody's got. Butterball. Um, when I say, y'all have picked me up today because I'm running on fumes. Doodoo butt. That sounds like something called a little child. Jump frog. I think Rodney had a friend named Frog, and then it was a Frog Junior, wasn't it? Oh, Dave said, I'm here. Christian is his baby. Dave has entered the chat. Bishop, somebody call Bishop, tell him to get on this. Pookie Bread, Doodoo, Bo Diddley, Peter Gunn. We seen it. Junebug. Yeah, I used to go with a boy named Junebug. Dean Doo. Big Boo. Juliet. Hey, Juliet. Delisha's looking for you. I think you weren't able to be there Sunday, but we've been looking for you to get your contact information. So please send me a message so I can send it to Delisha. Juliet, to get you signed up for Children's Church. Stink. Monk. Listen, I love our church. Do y'all love y'all church? Yep, everybody welcome Dave because it is his first time, like we would any other first time visitor. And don't nobody be no hater. Welcome, Dave. Oh, Delisha's on. Delisha. Juliet is on. I'm connecting y'all right here so you can get her on the schedule. KP, don't you get off this Bible study. You better stay right here. Ooh, Jelly Roll. Hey, Lamika. Yes, Maggie, I love it. This is real life. This is real life. And they're used to pretending that real life don't happen because real life happens. And being fake and stuck up or pretending, it ain't no fun. We just gotta be real with it. Bunjel. What is, for people that are just coming, what is the craziest nickname that you know somebody that has? Juliet, you put your number in the chat, baby. Don't y'all call Juliet. I meant send me a separate chat, Juliet, but that's all right. We're gonna protect you. We're gonna protect you. Yes. Whew. When I tell y'all, okay. Hey, Sunshine, you done missed it. Sunshine, we done been so stupid on here tonight. Let me tell you something. Mr. Elzora, you gotta love me, stick by me. Big Bubble, that's a good one, Timothy. So, my daughter has a young fella that she's serious about. And so I try to cook for him and feed him a lot of food so that I can influence him, because when they have children, I want to be able to help name them. And part of that naming is me coming up with their nickname. I want to be able to have a good nickname. So me and the boyfriend came up with the name, but the initials are going to be DDM. DDM is gonna be his nickname. So then, like, if he played basketball or he played football, I could be like, sit down, you been DDM. I'm gonna be that grandma. I don't even have no grandchildren yet, but that's my plan. Peanut. Sylvia said Slowfoot, Boss Man. No problem, Juliet. I got you covered. Spongy, that's a good one. Poochie, I knew that was your name. All right, let me do some announcements because we missed all the announcements Sunday. Boogaloo, that's a good one, Yolanda. We talked about what our nicknames were, but the craziest one. Okay, if there are any first-time visitors, Wanda, stick by me. Stick by me, Wanda. Stick by me. Any other first-time visitors besides Dave, then please put your name and put 2 hearts. Hey, Miss Cynthia, we miss you this week, darling. We still need some more volunteers. We had Juliet, Cheese, and Stephanie to volunteer, but we need some more volunteers for youth, for Children's Church and youth class. And we got to make sure we are keeping that community food pantry. Y'all, people check that pantry all the time. So if you come by the church Skeeter. Yeah, that's what we call Bishop. Skeeter. That's not his nickname, but it became his nickname later. We went on vacation one time, and one of my homegirl's sons went with us. And so him and Tay Tay were playing basketball. And so he called my homegirl and was like, yeah. And she was like, well, what y'all doing? So what y'all up to? He was like, yeah, we're just chilling at the resort. And I was out there playing basketball with Skeeter's daughter. And my homegirl was like, who is Skeeter? So then she called me and she said, hey, Pastor Latasha. She said, Tasha said she would call block because her head was big. So my homegirl called me and said, is it somebody on y'all vacation with y'all that I don't know about? Because my son said he was playing basketball with Skeeter's daughter, but he was playing basketball with Tay Tay's daughter. So since then, we call Bishop Skeeter. Don't y'all call him Skeeter. Get it right. But we call him Bishop Skeeter. Hey, Kelly. So food for the food pantry. It does bless our everybody didn't share. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at how many folks we got. Y'all didn't share. Come on. Don't play me. Let's go. Everybody share. Everybody tag somebody while I'm giving these announcements. While y'all out there looking up Dave, share this Bible study. So thank you to all of those who helped work on the Women's Vision Party. Elder Roberts, thank you to Denise, especially, who helped me get all of my stuff. Thank you, Brittany. Brittany tagged and shared. Thank you. Summer camp started this week. Oh my goodness. Did it start? Did it stop? Woo! Them children were wide open. I had to go down there one of them classes and show them a different side of PK Monday, because they were in rare form down there. You hear me? They were giving them a time. And listen, it wasn't the children that was from the community. Frankie shared, it was the Greater Joy children. It was ours. But we have an enormous number of kids. Summer camp is going amazing. I'm not sure if we have any extra spots left. If Elder Roberts or Bishop are on, they can let us know. But we have quite a few kids. And thank you to Miss Blanche and her team for having that beautiful reception set up for us Sunday after church. We needed it so much after being in that service. For the people that came late, let me express my love to you for being so positive, staying engaged in service, like doing your best to push through on Sunday, even though the conditions were not optimal. Like, I love y'all so much and I respect y'all so much for your commitment to worship and to your church. Like, stuff like that is what sends me. That grilled chicken, Vicky, yes. Yeah, it was a Greater Joy Kids, KP. it like literally, it was. Miss Blanche said, I just wore her out this weekend with an event on Saturday and an event on Sunday, but she held us down, kept us food. Don't forget, every Monday at 5 is adult dance practice. Listen, you don't have to be experienced in dancing. You don't have to be so perfect. We're just looking for people who want to minister through God. Sister Vanessa, she pulled Cassie in, and Cassie is the shyest, quietest member ever, and she got her up to speed and dancing so beautifully. So if you're interested in joining us every Monday at 5, we have Bible study tonight, Bible study next Tuesday, and then we're going to take off for the month of July. We're going to take our sabbatical for July, so we won't have virtual Bible study during those times. But the marriage ministry will continue their series that they're starting called What's Love Got to Do with It, and that begins on the 13th. So that's this Thursday at 6:30. All engaged and married couples. Krisha, if you could pull it off by Thursday. Miss Vicky, you're gonna have to get it in there virtual, because if she pull it off and he in Germany, you're gonna have to make it so. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. June the 21st, we're going over to West End Terrace to serve lunch to the kids. We're going to be bringing in sub sandwiches for them, chips and drinks. But if you want to bring extra drinks or some sweets for the kids, feel free to do that, just to be a blessing to the community. Next Monday is youth choir rehearsal. Now listen, next Monday is youth choir rehearsal. They said they're having a fish fry Thursday. So Krisha, let her know if you got a +1 for the fish fry Thursday. Next Monday, I need all the kids. Brittany, I need all the kids. Who else got kids? Crystal, you got a young kid. I'm going back. Miss Frida, I need all the kids. Yep. Vicky, I need them grandkids. Delzora, need your grandbaby. Let me see. Yep, I'm going through the list. Pastor Tasha, London too far away. Miss Cynthia, I need life. I need Dale, get all the nieces and nephews. Let me see who else got kids on here. Sunshine, I need your son to be doing something for that first Youth Super Sunday. Bring all the kids next Monday. Even if they don't want to sing, we can get them on security. We can get them ushering. We can get them for scripture and prayer. Bring all the kids. I'm gonna serve dinner to the kids on Monday and prepping them for that Sunday. So please, next Monday, get everybody there. July 7th is Family Affairs Sunday. That means we're inviting all of our family and friends, and we're going to recognize the family. We're coming up with an award for the family that has the most attendees on that Sunday. August the 3rd, as I said, is the marriage ministry trip to the Spirit of Norfolk for all engaged and married couples. They're going to have an amazing time leaving out and going together. And what you say, Chris? Look, I'm trying to keep up with the gossip while I'm. Oh, Tamala Hartsfield. Is it Tamala or Tamala? Tamala. It's your first time? Oh my goodness. Let us know, because we like to go crazy when it's your first time. Now, yes, Tamala. Is it Tamala? Now we got a little thrown off with Dave because that's a whole different situation, but stay focused. Tamala, welcome. Welcome. Yes. Y'all please tell her welcome. Brittany, Spirit of Norfolk is August the 3rd, and Vicky Best is on tonight. If you need to get with Vicky Best to get the information. Now, on August the 24th, the marriage ministry is sponsoring a shopping trip for the ladies to Concord Mills. You don't have to be engaged or married to go on that trip. So even I can go. What? Yes, I can go. But please sign up with Sister Vicky. You'll have to make a deposit for your seat, for your transportation. And the cost is, Vicky, you have to tell me the cost. Sign up for the trip. I think it's about $45 to Concord Mills, and to bring them back on that Saturday. It's just a trip. Excuse me. It's just a trip for the ladies to get away. Get away. Monica said 45. Y'all, excuse me. Just a trip for us to get away, have some time, have some fellowship, and the marriage ministry is sponsoring that. And I thank God for Sister Vicky, because she's always coming up with ideas to keep the ministry rolling. Look, we got to get into this tonight. I'm so behind. We're on week 9 of the 10 Commandments. Exodus 20, chapter 20, verse 16. You shall not give false witness against your neighbor. Now, we've heard that before. Thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor. We've heard all of that before. Sunday is Father's Day. Sunday is Father's Day. So breakfast for the men is going to begin at 9. It'll be ready around 8:45. And everyone will gather in the fellowship hall, because all the ladies will be serving the men and all the men will be getting served. So we won't have our separate groups except for the children's groups. We'll have the children's groups, but the kids can also come and get breakfast on Sunday. Sunday is going to be Dapper Dad Sunday. Men, I want y'all looking super fly. Spread the word to all the men. All our men are going to show out on Sunday. I mean, they are going to look so fly, so sharp on Sunday. And we're going to have our airfare. So Deacon Pete was like, PK, I'll dress up. You want us to dress up, we'll be looking fly. But if it's hot in there, y'all know how Deacon Pete. I said, Deacon Pete, we're going to have the air right by Sunday, so y'all can dress sharp as a tack. Exodus 20:16, you shall not give a false witness against your neighbor. Now, we've often heard people say, hey, what are the 10 commandments? And somebody will say, thou shalt not lie. Right? Y'all heard that before. But this is the one I think they kind of get a little mixed up with on the thou shalt not lie. But actually the commandment is thou shalt not give a false witness against their neighbor. Now, let's think about this in the seriousness, because throughout this series, right, we've talked about God highlighting his moral code, his expectations in the 10 commandments. These are the things that were important for some reason for God to delineate in the word in this way. And one of the reasons, let's think about this. What put Jesus on the cross? What got Jesus crucified? Come on, think about it. Matthew chapter 14, verses 15 through 59. Listen to this. It says, now the chief priest and the Sanhedrin and all the Sanhedrin were looking for witness against Jesus so that they might put him to death. And they were unable to get any. For a number gave false witness against him, and their witness was not in agreement. Then some got up and gave false witness against him, saying, he said in our hearing, I will put an end to this temple, which is made with hands, and in 3 days I will make another without hands. And even so, their witness was not in agreement. So this is how they brought Jesus to trial. So there are consequences. It is being a false witness can have serious consequences. And we need to understand that. It might seem like a small thing, it might not seem big, but there are serious consequences to being a false witness. The first is that if we're a false witness to somebody in court, you know, we see this type of thing on court cases all the time. But if we're a false witness to somebody in court, then that can actually lead to them going to jail or somebody being put to death. It is a serious offense. Now, let's look at the consequences, right? So we're talking about what the Bible says, but first let's look in the practical, right? Because perjury or giving a false testimony is punishable by up to 5 years in prison. 5 years for giving a false testimony. But look, let's look what they did in the Bible times. In the Bible times, in biblical times, in the book of Proverbs, it says a false witness will not go without punishment, and the breather out of deceit will be cut off. So there is what we do in a court of law, giving a formal false testimony, and then there is the false testimony that we give against people's reputation. Y'all knew I was going there, and against people's character. See, one is public, right? There's a legal testimony that we can give around somebody. But listen, even in the Bible times, if you gave punishment, if you gave a false testimony against some, that's right, many people have died because of a false witness. Let's look at Medgar Evers. I mean, we all know that story. But Deuteronomy 19 said, look, Deuteronomy 19, y'all might not have heard this scripture before, so let me bring it in. 19 and 16, it says, if a false witness makes a statement against a man, saying he has done wrong, then the two men between whom the argument has taken place are come before the Lord, before the priests and judges who are in power. And the judges will have the question looked into with care. And if the witness is seen to be false and to have made a false statement against his brother, then do to him what was his purpose to do to his brother, and so put away evil from among you. And the rest of the people hearing it will be full of fear and never again do such evil. Back in the Bible days, they weren't playing. They said, look, if you give a false witness and we investigate this and find that it's false, whatever the punishment is for what you said is going to be the punishment that the person gets that gave the false testimony. Yeah, they were not playing around in biblical times. Teresa said we need to do the same thing now. Yeah, there is a punishment for perjury. And we need to understand for that's public. But you know what I want to deal with tonight? I want to deal with the private, the gossip, and the slander. Because as I began to think about this and begin to dig into this topic, this commandment, hey Rhonda, this commandment, this false witness might be one that we deliberately break the most often. Some of the other ones we were talking about stealing. My mama told me today, I went to the store and bought grapes and I didn't taste any of them. Because we were talking about stealing. Eating those grapes last week. But this one is one that we often deliberately do. And let me be clear. Even the slightest falsehood, even the smallest embellishment or untruth breaks this commandment. And we need to be very careful when we're putting our mouth on folks, when we're repeating things, when we're saying things about people, that we are not giving a false witness against our neighbor. So why is this important? Why does this make a difference? Let's look when we talk about the private, the gossip and the slander. Mark 7:20, it says, and he said, that which comes out of the man, that makes the man unclean. Because from inside, from the heart of men, come evil thoughts and unclean pleasures, the taking of goods and of life, broken faith between husband and wife, the desire of wealth, wrongdoing, deceit, sins of the flesh, an evil eye, angry words, pride, and foolish acts. All these things come from the inside and make the man. So it says that which comes out of us, those things that we say, those things that we carry, those things that we perpetuate, that's what makes us unclean. And so when we're telling a falsehood about somebody, when we're even embellishing about somebody or saying an untruth, we are breaking that commandment. So let's talk about some of the ways. Hey, Josephine, let's talk about some of the ways that we bear a false witness. Number one is gossip. Somebody on here has already sent somebody a note, sent somebody a text and said, girl, it's this girl on Greater Joy. She got her boyfriend on the live. And Pastor Kim talking about it. I promise you, gossip is conversation involving details that may or may not be true. Anybody guilty? If you gossip, just say, I gossip. I'm going to be the first to say, I gossip. Now, one of the things I really try not to do is gossip. I have a thing about it. If so, I hear, and I think it's because I hear so many things that are hurtful to people, that destroy relationships, friendships all the time, that I really kind of have a thing about gossip. And I always try to look at the other side of what the truth might really be when I hear gossip. But when we have, nobody gonna say, but me and Nene, just me and Nene. Gonna say, oh, okay, I thought so. I was about to say, don't y'all play me. I know y'all gossip. I know y'all gossip about me. Okay, there y'all go. Maybe my internet was just slow. I was about to pop off an attitude with y'all because I was like, I know y'all ain't playing me like y'all don't gossip. Conversation involving details that are not even confirmed as true. And we spread it and we spread it. And then by the time the truth comes out, it doesn't even matter because that person has been torn down. When I talked about gossip and slander, when we are destroying person's character or somebody's reputation, by that time, it doesn't even matter because we have spread it to the point that it is attached. Have you ever met somebody and all people know them for and all people remember them for is something that turned out to not even be true? I have. And we got to make sure that when we're having these conversations, see, when somebody comes to me with some gossip or telling me something, I said, were you there? Did you hear that? Did you see that? Did they say that to you? And oftentimes the answer is no, but da da da. No. Don't come to me with anything that you don't know to be true. That is bearing a false witness against our neighbor. The other one is slander. Now, let me rebuke a spirit. Y'all know I have to rebuke this spirit sometime. I ain't talking about other folks. What other folks do. We talk about what we do. Right? We talking about what we do to folks. We not think about what other folks do. Y'all know we here to work on ourselves because none of us are so innocent, right? None of us without sin. So let me rebuke that spirit and don't get your mind on anybody else. I'm talking to you and me. Let's get our mind on ourselves. The second one is slander. Slander's definition is a defamation of character by making a false statement. And we will slander somebody if we don't like them, if they've done something we don't like, if we want to get ahead of them and we want to hold them back, we will defame their character. We will say something to make them look like they are not. And it could be something small. If they got two different fathers to their children, then what we say, they got a whole bunch of baby daddies. Or she always getting fired from the job. She got fired from one job. That's a false witness. Just that little thing. That's a false witness. And we got to make sure that as we're growing, as we're learning in the word of God, that we are working on even these small things. What we say should be true. What we say, we should know is factual. And if we don't, here's the next one, tale carrying tales. And we don't even know if it's true. Here's what we like to call it, sharing the tea. Baby, that ain't tea. That's somebody's life. That's somebody's character. That's somebody's reputation. And we go carrying tales and we don't know whether or not the tale is true. But we spreading it. Well, you know, I heard. Well, you know, they say. Who say? That's my bad grandma. I'm sorry. Backbiting. So we said gossiping, slandering, tale carrying, backbiting. That's down talking. Giving a motive. We try to give a motive for somebody else not to like somebody or for somebody else not to admire somebody. That's backbiting. That's that nipping behind the back, that constant talking when it ain't even no reason to be talking about the person. Oh, well, she thinks she all that. Did she tell you she thought she was all that? Then that's a false witness. That's a false witness because you don't know what she thinks. When they say she went down, did you see him? Were you down there? They say that he slept with such. Did you see him? Were you there? Because if you were there, I want to know what you were doing watching. And what were you doing down there? That's what I say as a pastor when you come to me with that. Because first of all, it is of no matter to us. And then we are breaking this commandment. The next one is speaking judgment over folks. When we got no right to speak any judgment over anybody, and we never know the full extent of anybody's circumstances to be able to judge them. But then we pass judgment and say they are this or they are that. They are guilty of this. They are guilty of that. That is a false witness if you don't know that to be true. This is one of the teachings that I carry with me throughout my ministry. This part right here. Repeat after me and say, you don't even know if that's true. Because you got to practice saying that. We got to practice saying that to folks and saying it to ourselves. You don't even know if that's true. Let me tell you something. Repeat after me and say, you don't even know if that's true. Because we got to practice it. You don't even know if that's true. When I see something on the internet, I don't even believe it. I did not even believe it until I see it with my own eyes, because by the time you wait a week later, then all the facts come out. The whole story comes out. So it's no need for us to pass judgment or think we know something about somebody because we don't know the facts. We know what's on the dang on internet. We were not there. We don't know those people. We don't know their history. We don't know their family. We don't know anything about them, but we pass judgment. See, here's the thing. This is the teaching that I want to needle with a little bit tonight. This commandment right here is often broken quietly. This commandment is broken behind closed doors. This commandment is broken with a limited audience. This commandment is broken in hushed tones. And I taught this. There's a whole lesson I'll do on this one time for us. But I taught this one time, this breaking this spirit of whisper. I don't like whispering unless you're in a place where you're not supposed to talk loud. See, because here's the thing. If you got to whisper it, you probably shouldn't be saying it. If you can only say it behind closed doors, I probably shouldn't be saying it. If I can only say it to certain people, but not others, I probably shouldn't be saying it. That spirit of whisper. I can't stand a spirit of whisper. Can you say it in front of a crowd? Can you post it and tag that person and they not going to dispute it? Would you say it if that person was right in front of you? Would you say that about them? If not, then it's probably stinking like a false witness. It's probably that spirit of whisper. that spirit of things that shouldn't even be uttered out of our mouth. See, what defiles us, the text said, is what comes out of us. See, that's the issue. Not that I know about it, because then if I know about it, I can pray about it. I can pray that you're delivered. I can pray that that's not true about you. I can pray that you are changed. But when I start uttering it, then that makes me defiled. That spirit of whisper. I can't stand that whispering. Whenever you walk up on somebody and they got to stop talking, or whenever somebody walks up on me and I gotta stop what I'm saying, that's that spirit of whisper. And if I gotta whisper, then I probably shouldn't be saying it. If I gotta say it in a private message, then I probably shouldn't be saying it. Dolores McKnight, is it your first time? Dolores, let me know. Let me know. Because I'm going hard, Mr. Lord. Well, I'm still glad you're here. Yeah, all of that whispering, all of that private conversation, if we stop and really evaluate what we're saying in our private messages, what we're saying in our private texts, what we're saying in those quiet conversations, most of the time, if we really take a look at it, we should not be saying it. Because we don't know whether or not it's true. It could be a false witness. Will you preach your second point to your neighbor? Did I not preach fast Sunday? I ain't never preached that fast before, but I was real hot and I was about to fall out. Preach your second point to your neighbor, because you didn't get to preach to him real good Sunday. Preach your second point to your neighbor tonight and say, stop all that whispering. Here's what the Lord told me to tell the people. Say, stop all that whispering. Tell your neighbor, stop all that whispering. Stop all that whispering. It's probably a false witness. Miss Mary Kozar, it's not her first time, Denise. I know Miss Mary. Point number 2, stop all that whispering. In all things, we should be careful about jumping to conclusions, making determinations, or sharing things based on another witness without evidence. If all I've got is what somebody else has said, and I don't have any evidence, firsthand knowledge, then I am likely bearing a false witness and breaking this commandment. See, let me tell you something. And breaking that commandment, it is against the law of God. It is against the law of man. It is sin. It is sin. Let me, if y'all don't hear anything else I say tonight, I'm going to take a quick turn in these last 3 minutes. I'm going to take just a quick turn and hear me seriously. Even if it's true, it is not your job to tell anybody's testimony. Even if it's true, it is not your job to tell anybody else's story. Even if it's true, most of the time we don't even know it's true. Most of the time it's a false witness. But here's where I want to take a turn. Even if it's true, we are to cover each other's shame. We are to cover each other's shame. And I take that very seriously, because the Bible says that we all have sinned and fallen short of his glory. But instead of covering each other's shame, we think that it is our job to reveal each other's shame. Let me repeat after me and say point number 3. Point number 3, even if it's true. Even if it's true. Here's what the Lord told me to end with tonight for the people. What if God told the truth about me? See, because God knows what's true. God knows what the true witness is. What if God told the truth about you? Yeah, what if God told a real testimony? See, while we're out here telling everybody else's business, while we're out here telling everybody else's testimony, and it's not our testimony to tell, what if God told the truth about us? What if God was the one that says, you know what? I know the real story about all of y'all. I'm going to tell everybody's testimony. See, Micah 7:19 says, he will again have compassion on us. He will tread our iniquity underfoot. You will cast all of our sins into the depths of the sea. Yeah, he has compassion on us. He treads our iniquities underfoot. He casts our sin into the depths of the sea. See, what God does for us is what we need to do for other people. Instead of bearing a false witness, instead of telling everybody's business, even when it's true, God steps on our iniquity. God puts it under his feet. Even when it's true, he casts our sin into the depths of the seas. What if God told the truth about you, Kim? What if God told the truth about your story? What if God spilled the tea on you? See, because the tea that God has is way better than any tea that we could spill on anybody else. He knows all the details. He knows who, he knows when, he knows where, he knows how, he knows everybody who was there. He knows everything that was said. What if God didn't take our iniquity and put it under his feet? What if God didn't take our sin and cast it into the sea? It says the Lord is merciful in Psalm 103 and 8, and it's gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfastness. He will not chide, nor will he keep his anger forever. He does not deal with us according to our sins, nor repay us according to our iniquities. For as high as the heavens are above the earth, so great is his steadfast love towards us, towards those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, here's the part. This is what I'm getting to in Psalm 103, and 8 and 12. So far, as far as from the east is from the west, it's how far he removes our transgressions from us. Instead of us trying to pinpoint everybody, instead of us trying to figure out everybody's story, instead of us trying to figure out what's going on in everybody's house and everybody's bedroom and on everybody's job and in everybody's bank account and with everybody's health, instead of us trying to spread that gossip, why don't we do like Jesus? And why don't we do like the Lord and be merciful and gracious? Why don't we do like God and be abounding in love? Why don't we look at each other's sin and then separate it from us because of that love that lets us love anyway? If God were to tell the truth about me, if God were to tell the truth about you, if God were to really spill the tea, if God were to give a true witness, I said, if God were to give a true witness about your life and about my life, not the life that we see, not the life that we post on social media, I'm talking about the secret life. If God were to give a true witness, what would happen? So why do we think that we have the right or the authority to give a testimony about anybody with all we got going on? I can't give a testimony about you with all that I got going on. You can't give a testimony about me with all that you got going on. And if we don't have it going on now, we had it going on before. And if we don't have it had it going on before, we're gonna have something going on later. I love you. Thou shalt not bear a false witness against thy neighbor. Good night, y'all.